What's good, y'all? It's time for the next video, and in this one we'll be taking a look at the wisdom stages, so the ones that actually provide Hex's exclusive artifact potentially, and that is stage 20 and 22. This is the team we'll be using to tackle both, especially for 20 you can replace Karmet with another AoE mage like Norvus or such, but I haven't really found a way to do 22 without. So you need a legendary AoE mage. Doesn't need to be Karmet, could be Boreas, could be Vierna, could be, as I said, right, you need a legendary AoE mage. That's kind of what you need. And yeah, that's the team. You'll get gear again at the end. Let's get straight into the stage. And
our research begins.
let me move myself over here because I think I am blocking the least amount of stuff that is happening on the screen if I position myself like this. So, boss spawns in, we'll be bringing in Karmet, we're bringing in the best Dolores placement of my life, and then we bring in Hollow. So Hollow is going to be the soul healer, Dolores will be incredible when it comes to placement, and Greed is in a rage region set, so Greed is going to place the units. I don't know if the developers planned for this, but this is the way we're going to clear it, by using Greed to slow the enemies down so long up until the point where we can kill them. And the main reason for that is because the time to kill, you need to kill them before they explode, is just too annoying. Furthermore, we have Karmet and Iona boosted, as well as the magic res reduction from Greed. So this team is very scary when it comes to raw magic damage. Overall, we'll be bringing in Oleg, because Oleg is the biggest Giga Chat when it comes to being in tank. And we'll have Abizu as like our fighting lord, fighting at the top there. We let the enemies close in shortly before Abizu's ultimate triggers. We trigger Dolores so that Abizu does some increased damage. Then we bring in our other magic units, ultimates, so Karmet and Ionas. Right here for the top, we'll be having Imani. Imani will be taking care of like the first wave. Right here, 1, 2, 3. The boss is going to smash the ground. Your Imani isn't going to die, so your Imani doesn't need nearly as good stats as that. And then for the next one, we'll be bringing in Soleil. Right here, so Soleil with the bouncy heals. Taking care of 2 consecutive waves, we can pull her again. And if there is another wave, then we will be able to just use, or we would be able to just use Imani again. Right here, we can actually already start attacking the boss. He only has 16% HP and there is just no shot he makes it to the goal with Greed slowing him down versus Iona, Karmet, all the damage in the world. And that is how we clear stage 19. So stage 20. We get 7 meteorites, so it's time we clear stage 22. Finish off this new AMR edition. Overall, I would say 21 is easier because you can do it with less impressive units and you can just place in more units, you have more block. But to be fair, I think most people will be able to clear 22 first if you just copy my Greed strategy right here. Because this Greed strategy, I gotta admit, it is kind of big brain. Enough of the bullshit, let's clear 22. And then yeah, as I already mentioned in the previous video, my plan is going to be 25,000 stamina into both. And as soon as we have that, we'll be doing 25,000 stamina worth of both crafts. And see if we can get any exclusive, like any cool artifacts. I know 2% sounds really low, 2% is really low, but it is still not something you can really visualize. So we'll be having a look at what 25,000 stamina on both actually looks like, which equals to around 6,000, like 7,500 gems or so. So yeah, it is pretty much the same setup for both stages. Once more, we will be triggering Abizu a bit earlier. We did miss trigger Iona there here a bit too early. Imani once more comes in. We use a bit of that magic damage, so 120, 170. She survives the ground hits. As soon as she finishes the enemies, we take her out and we bring in Soleil. Reason for Soleil is because she can, number 1, survive the blast, and also, number 2, her ultimate is long enough so that she can actually deal with 2 separate waves, which is very, very valuable. So there you go, that with 2 separate waves, we can pull her. And the really cool part is we do not need tanks. Normally, if you do not use like the greed strategy right here, you would have to use 3 tanks, and like this we can actually just kill the enemies before they even have a chance to get to the goal, also giving us more spaces to actually use platform units in general. And Oleg is just the biggest Giga Chat of them all. As we all know, we'll even go with the increased block right here, bring in Imani, activate Imani's ultimate just to potentially help out, but as you can see we haven't even triggered like our big boy ultimates, and the boss is already pretty low on health. There we go. And the coolest part is we didn't even let the boss regenerate any amount of HP at all anyway. We killed him. This has been stage 22, so let's smoothly go over to gearing. Keep in mind, you've seen it, we did do a bit of overkill, so the gearing isn't necessarily going to be as needed like this, and also you don't have to see this as a guide unless you are a Forerunner player. So right here, Sorbonne Arcana, stat wise go with more crit damage. It's just the same stats I used for the Titan stages, so go with more crit damage. Less attack also gives you a bigger broadness of pieces you can use. Unfortunate Skull as an artifact, obviously A5 maxed out skills for the epics, calm at A0. Also again, way too much attack, could be you could go higher in crit damage. Tear of Twilight also isn't necessary. Imani, we had an Infernal Raw set, decent attack, high attack speed, high crit damage. Heaven's Rage could also be lower, you've seen it wasn't even close. Oleg is in the shiny set that gives him 20% more at HP, so bigger shield, and also he recovers 5% HP every 1 second, taking a bit of pressure off of Hollow. As well as having the Northern Will, which gives him even more shield if he loses his shield. So that's Oleg. Then we have Soleil, Sorbonne Arcana. Stat-wise more attack rather than crit damage because they're outside of Dolores' range. Tear of Twilight also completely unnecessary, isn't needed. Abizu, did we already talk about Abizu? No, maybe we did. So yeah, Abizu, go with more crit damage, you don't need to go with this much attack. Same goes also for Iona, again more crit damage, less attack. Tear of Twilight could also be another artifact. Greed is the important one. So on Greed, start saving up Mana Spring pieces, yeah, because you're going to need them. So Mana Spring, what you're looking for is any main stat with attack speed rage region substat, then attack speed main stat with rage region substat, and then rage region main stat with attack speed substat. On the left side we go with attack speed rage region, and artifact wise we're going with the Spellcaster's Echo. But honestly, if you want the maximum slow, I would recommend putting a Nightmare Samsara on him. Which leaves us with Dolores. Dolores really wasn't anything impressive. Plus 10k attack, 40 rage region. Artifact wise, Golden Scarab, but isn't needed. Could also be a Keen Wisdom. The stage isn't necessarily as difficult. If you can beat Gear Dungeon 110, you can beat this stage. You could also just slot in a legendary AoE mage anywhere there, and it's gonna get way easier. And yeah, I think this concludes stage 19 and 22. So we see each other when we have the crafts. Peace.